Howdy folks, Grok the DuckFarmer here, and I'm playing a little Rails and Pipes pack here on the FTOG server. And when we last left, I had made this room so that I could do machine work, and I went ahead and made my metallurgic infuser and my first steel ingot just to see how things would work, and processed almost all my ore that I'd gotten pretty much by just going down and caving way down there. Oh, do you like a little bridge? Yeah, I decided this way I can easily get over to this side. No running or jumping or anything like that. Anyway, went ahead and processed stuff. Behind here, let me go ahead and break this. Got item ducts underneath that are pulling out of these guys and into my wooden storage crate. And I went ahead and made an energy cell, and it's holding 2 million RF. It can only, because it's the basicest cell that's there, it only can output 1000 RF per tick on any side, which is fine because my energy ducts, which you can't see because it's hiding behind a cover here, those are going here in the back, and they only do 1000 RF. But that doesn't matter because this one does 20 and this guy here, it does 20. So power wise, it's no big deal. And neither, none of these three have been upgraded in any way, shape, or form, so it doesn't matter. Anyway, I played with these dark oak cabinets. I was thinking maybe I could maybe I could stack them on top of each other and they would combine, and it doesn't look like they do. There are other packs that do that. Let me see if I do it on the top. No. And unfortunately, they just don't. Here, let's take all of these ingots and toss them in here just so I have them all in one place. Anyway, they don't. So I need a different method of bulk storing my stuff. And of course, I started talking Minecraft, and Roxy came up and said, "Hi, can I play? Can I sit right here?" So this is working out nicely, but it's kind of hobo-esque to have the farm and everything else over there. So I think what I'm going to do, and one of the reasons why I made this, is I need to sculpt out a living area over here, and possibly over here the farm area, maybe a wraparound farming area, because with all the stuff from the various shady gardens from Pam's, it would be very nice to have a lot more than just the one plot that I have. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and start working on first. And I don't think I need any of this for right now. I just got my pick, and I'm going to be doing stuff with that. Oh, you can go in there too. I've been a little bit busy. I realized that spruce leaves do not change in the biome. Like you can see up there in the top left, the brown oak leaves just barely poking over the top. Well, these green leaves are so much nicer. So I switched out with that. And I set up a little bedroom area over here. So I got myself a little bed, found a purple sheep. And I'm thinking I'm going to grab all the various sheeps, the different colors, and use those. Went ahead and used some iron and gold to make 4 chests because they hold enough as 3, single chests each. So that's really good. And I don't have a better method of storing stuff at this point. And let's see what else. I decided to kind of continue the same sort of wall decoration I did over there with the side slabs. I like the corners, the walls, all of those. And then there's pumpkins buried behind there so that there's a little bit of light that leaks out. And I like that. And I like the leaves on the top. It gives it a nice feel. So been having fun with that. Haven't moved anything over here yet at all, but that's okay because I've got tons of stuff over there, and that spot little over there. So oh yeah, I died once. Enderman came up. I had a spruce tree right there, and so I put some wool. That's the only blocks I had on me. I put 2x2. That was not enough to keep him away. You really need 3 away from him because he kept hitting me and knocking me on the other side. Anyway, in here, this is my Botania area. I started it up. Whoop, nope. Do not punch the spruce leaves. I started it up above doing the transmute, and then while that was transmuting, I went ahead and set up this room again with the same sort of theme, in that I'm using that the stairs on the side, the leaves behind it, the pumpkins hidden to give a little bit of light. Not sufficient light. I still need torches here for right now, but as soon as I can get some glowstone, I can turn the living wood into glowing blocks, but they still won't be very bright. Anyway, one of the things I've been doing is grabbing some charcoal blocks and feeding mana into this, which is working out very nicely. And let's see what else we got. Just some supplies and whatnot. If I'm not actively using the Pure Daisy, I'm break it and put it away, because on a server they cause tick. So I don't want to cause any tick on the server. That's bad. So, Alice is sleeping. There, we'll sleep real quick. That was really fast, because I made a sleep charm, and it's really cheap in the pack. So that makes sleeping super, super fast. Okay, I need 8 mana, and that's all the mana I needed. But I needed 8. Let's put 1 there, go zip, zip like this, and that makes a lens. And if I put these 2 in here, and it really doesn't matter which order they're in, that gives me a magnetizing lens, and then I can go deep, deep, and I missed. There we go. Ring of magnetization, one of the best things that Botania has. Oh, I love it. So now I can go ahead, and I've got my some wood. I expect to find some coal. I'm heading off to the mining dimension. Oh yeah, I've got a red and a blue, and I've got a I should grab one more. As I've been getting levels, I've been making the where did I hide them? Look up here. Here's one. Yeah, here's the sheep. This is the purple sheep, and I'll need to figure out a place for them. And I have another one. Oh, here it is. A villager. Hello there, druid. Do you have any good trades for me? Ooh, apples. Beets. Beets are pretty easy to make, and that's a way of getting emeralds. So I found him in a village, and I said, come join me. Speaking of which, here's the beets. So I just come by and harvest those, harvest a little bit of the cocoa beans. There's a jungle right over there. I could find cocoa beans. Anyway, so the beets do not go here. The cocoa beans go there. And the beets go over here. And you can see I've been slowly getting them. Plus, you can use the beets to make... Really? Normally you can make red dye out of these. That's a vanilla thing. Yeah, see? Why doesn't that show up in JEI? I don't know. Yeah, R. Oh, no, I did R to use. Yeah, U to use. There we go. There's how you make rose red. And so it's an excellent way of having lots and lots of red dye when you need it. So I'm liking the bridge. It's not going to be the permanent only method of getting across, but for now, that certainly will work. And I expect to have some more bridges down below just to make it a little easier to get back and forth. Anyway, it's diggy diggy time, because I have 0 diamonds whatsoever. Oh, here, let me, while this is growing, let me harvest this before I go. And, oh, I got a ring of magnetization. And I got that. What I had been doing, because they sometimes will, when you break the block, it'll fall on top of itself and break. So, or get deleted. So I've been breaking the bottom cactus block and then harvesting all 3 and replanting. Now that I have a ring of magnetization, I don't have to do that anymore. I can just go ahead and pick the second block, and the top 2 will come into my inventory. Yay! All right, diggy time. Get down there. There we go. 9 hours later. I have done a shaft all the way down to Y11 and ran off a branch to the side, and then I hit caverns and caves, and I just went nuts for a long time, and it got all sorts of good stuff. And I also did some exploring overworld because I wanted some lily pads, and I didn't find lily pads anywhere. It took forever, but I did find a few things. Like I found a steel chest plate and this cake in my hand. So if we go ahead and eat the cake, now I have a C. I've got a 3x3 crafting area, which is very fantastic. So I don't need to carry any wood along to do crafting tables or anything like that. Nope, don't need that anymore. Made a few changes in here. I switched this out with the vibrant grass because it's vibrant and grassy. Let me go ahead and make 2 mana pylons here. And because it's mana grass, here, let me break this. There's my jack-o'-lantern. The pitcher plant doesn't actually work on top of the botania grass, but it will fill items next to it, and so it's filled up the cauldron here just very nicely. And it's nice and buried, and that's fine. And I can take a quick little bath if I need to walk right there. We go. Cool those feet after a long walk. Anyway, let's out of here. Okay, so just minor little things over here. I've been doing a bunch of processing of ores. These cabinets that I had over here weren't all that grand, but putting them above the hoppers can feed in bulk amount of stuff that I process, which works out very nicely. And they can be opened just fine because they don't actually open up. I do want to complete my ensemble, so I went ahead and made enough steel out of here. So now I'm very gray, but that's okay. I'm steely. Other things I did, I moved my farms down here and set up this little area for doing farms, and it looks like the 3 patches is doing everything that I need. Now, if I come over here, there are a few things I haven't planted. Mulberry is a fruit, and I've been doing those over to the right, but nope. These are all string equivalents, because you can sit there and, nope, not R for use, U for use. If you do 3 of them together, you get 2 string, which is fantastic for any of these. Barley doesn't go in there. Okay, barley is not one of those. And I did set up a little pumpkin and melon over here on the corners. And let's see what else. Oh yeah, I've got my cocoa production on the sides because why not? It breaks up the boring walls. And I'm doing, I had pumpkins down below, and that just didn't seem to have enough light, so I put a post and put the pumpkins on top, and that definitely lit up the center very nicely. So this chest is for all the stuff that I have over here, and once I get a stack worth, then I really don't need to harvest that anymore. This one comes over here, plus these guys, and this stack over here goes into this group. So I'm getting a ton of different stuff, which is very nicely. I like that a lot. I've got rails all the way around, which is handy to have. There's been several times the slimes have come all the way up to here, and while I was digging in here, I was hearing thump, thump, thump as they were squishing around on top. This is going to be my little enchantment area, and let's grab an enchantment table, put that right there, and that's why I needed these 2 mana pylons, because badoink, doink, and now I've got level 30 stuff that I can enchant. Isn't that cool? Leech is not useful. Efficiency. Efficiency is very nice. Let's snag 3 of those and see if I can get anything other than efficiency. Just efficiency, but that's okay. The other thing, let's go over to... let's come over here. And I'm going to repair that pick really quick and test something out. Let's grab 2 emeralds. That should be sufficient. I can do it in my inventory. And yeah, that repairs all the way up to here. And the enchantment sticks. So whatever the mod is that allows you to repair the items, I love it. And that's why I want to enchant these things up. Okay, last thing I want to do here, I want to fill this area up with cooking for blockhead stuff. So let's grab these bits, and you go across the top, and you go there, and you go there, and that's my oven. And the oven can go right there. Nice. And then these bits run. First thing you need to do to get the book going You need to cook a book, just like that. I was supposed to run. Yeah, that's not a run. All right, so let's upgrade the cookbook. There we go. Now it's the cooking for blockheads 2, and then stone across the top, and then hardened clay, and there's the cooking table, which gives me access to all the recipes, so that works out very nicely. And I have no ingredients, because I've got no ingredients on me, so that's just fine. Clay, that hardened clay is really easy to get to, because that big mountain over there, and lots on the map, lots and lots of hardened clay. Let's go ahead and do, whoops, no, not the torches. That is a corner kitchen block, and that goes right, doink. Wrong spot. What if I go doink? There we go. So you can see the backsplash on that fits very nicely. This right here is that there. One of my favorite blocks. Ooh, get the bucket back. One of my favorite blocks from cooking with blockheads is this, because it is a water source, and I can just come in here and go boink. Plus, if you have any sort of pipe that can pull out water, there's your infinite water source right there, one block. Love it. Super cheap, easy to make. Let's go ahead and make a pair of these. Let's see, those go across the top, that goes there. And these are kitchen counters. Plop, plop. Very nice. Oh, interesting, to put the doors next to each other. And if you look, the doors close, so they're chest-size inventories. Ready? Last for the ensemble, you just need those, and that gives us the fridges. And here's where I always have problems. Shift click that on top, and I think if I shift click it against this, nope. If I click it against that side, yes. There we go. Now the refrigerators open up against each other, so that works out very nicely. And oh, they slept faster than I could get to it. So that is a very nice little setup here. Now I do want a few other bits. Let's grab this, and if I remember right, those go like that. I think that's there, and there's the toaster. Not bad for remembering recipes. And the toaster, I'm going to stick here in the corner. Boink. And as long as it's connected, these things have access to. So, oh hey, I can make water, and I make salt out of the water. So that is fantastic. And let's go ahead and let's grab these for the nonce right now. I want that. And let's put you, and this gives me tool racks. And one more there. So 2 tool racks, and then I want some spice racks. All right, so the tool racks can go anywhere. You know, I think I'm going to put the tool racks up here, and they should be connected because they're up above. You know, so they're touching everything. And then the spice racks, actually, I'm going to put those across there. Yeah, and the fun thing about the spice racks is you can put any item in there and it just stores it. So it's a nice little storage block, but I can also put all sorts of food items. In fact, this is my food items area, and let's take the 2 raw calamari. So, you know, you can put the calamari up here too if you want, but instead, it's raw, you put it in the fridge, of course, because that's just silly. This, I need to make the Pam's Harvest Craft. I think there's like 8 of these different utensils: frying pan, mortar and pestle, things like that. I'll make all those from Pam's, and that should work out just fine. There was one other thing I saw, a fruit basket. I've not made that before. That's new to me, so let's go ahead and do 2, because I think I need 2 of these to make that happen. Because I need that, and it takes 2, and then I need that, and that does that, so boom, boom. Does it have to be? Nope, fruit basket. And let's put that right, boink. The wall is boinking into it. That doesn't make me happy. Let's axe that, pickaxe that. If I put you... Okay, that won't connect, so good. Let's put the fruit basket here. and it's an inventory that I can put fruits in. So it's yet another way of storing stuff, because there's a chest worth, there's a chest worth, there's 2 chests worth, another 2 chests worth, and another chest. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 chests worth of storage, plus whatever else I shove on here. Those are more pots and pans and stuff, and that's so that altogether is like another chest. So, good way of storing stuff. Last thing I want to do is I want to put together a cow in a jar. So let's put the, let's actually make the jar first. So the milk goes there, that goes there, that goes there. Here's my milk jar. And I'm going to put the jar right there. And I'm going to put the cow right on top of it. And then I'm going to put the anvil. I love that. It's one of the best little mechanics for doing stuff. That's just silly. Okay, and as long as that is, again, connected to... well, you know, it's hard to notice that from straight on. I still notice it. That's just annoying. All right. And I don't really know of an easy way of fixing that unless I move the oven over to here. Let's do that, because that just is kind of bugging me. Okay, so counter, cow on top, and where's my oven? Okay, it's not as nice, because I like having the back just be a nice continual swoop, but you know, that we'll live with that. All right, so there's my cooking for blackheads, which means I can now take a bunch of the stuff from over here and store it in here, and start making things that are tastier, because you know, I do like these melon smoothies. They're tasty and all that, but you know, there are better foods in the pack, and I will go with them. And the cow is just slowly making milk. There, you can see in the corner, 400 millibuckets. It can store up to 8 buckets worth of milk for that. So, yay! This is coming along very nicely. It's a fun pack. So far, I haven't done any pipes. Well, the only pipes I've done have been hiding underneath there, and no rails yet, although I've stolen a few. I think I'll tackle the rails next time. Anyway, this has been Grok the Duck Farmer here, getting things done. Got the peace candle moved, so it's now centered in my claim. And I'm really liking how the ravine is kicking along. I thought about moving that green, that deep green in the Botania area all around, and then I went, nah. It's a dull green here, but that's okay. It'll work. Anyway, this has been Grok the Duck Farmer here, playing a little Rails and Pipes pack, and thanks for watching.